you.
Hold these for me, will you, please? I think this is the one. Again. Yes, this is it. Here we are.
Finally, ours at last.
I forgot something.
What?
There we go. Get the door. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Well, Mrs. Carol Henderson.
Mrs. Carol Henderson. I like the sound of that.
Happy?
I love the house.
So do I. I'm glad we bought it too.
I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Henderson, but I do have to get back to the office. One final paper. I'll need your signatures on this. Last of the probate. You two will be very happy here. It's a lovely house.
You get all the furnishings with it, too.
Yes, and at this price, it's a real bargain.
I want to thank you very much for your patience.
I thought we'd never get it settled.
Oh, I'm going to be late. Is the phone working?
It should be on tomorrow.
I'll phone from that store on the corner. You have my card. And if you ever need anything in the future, call me. And thank you again.
Something tells me we're not going to get much done.
Something tells me you're right.
Hungry?
A little?
You want to go for dinner?
Yes, at that little Italian restaurant at the bridge.
You're on, but I don't think we have enough for both of us.
I have some.
I thought you were broke.
Dad gave me a present at lunch.
Oh, good for good old Dad.
Let's get some of this stuff unwrapped first. Jonathan, look. What a beautiful couple. I wonder why they left us here.
They are an attractive couple. Son of a bitch.
Your finger?
I didn't drop it.
Here. Suppose it just fell out of your hand?
I didn't drop it, Carol.
Put it in that drawer over there.
Let's finish the dust cups.
I could use a cup of tea. Do you want one?
Sure. missing teeth?
Come on. There's tea bags on the cupboard there, huh?
Sugar?
Yes, please, two.
Father still on his diet?
No, I can't get him to stay on it.
I'm gonna break his arm.
You may have to.
What's that?
Sounds like an old photograph.
You did, real cute.
That was started by the film. Guess what's on the other side?
What?
I love you truly.
Give it here. Let me go put it over there.
You hungry?
Nah, he's enough. Want to go to dinner? We can celebrate.
We'll have to go. There's nothing in the house to eat.
Take you to a nice seafood restaurant I used to go to. What did you do with my tea?
It was right there where you left it. What's it doing in the sink?
You must have put him there.
My mind must be going. I'm sorry. You want another one?
Nah. Let's get the house straight and we'll go to dinner, okay?
Okay. Oh, my God.
Only the phone.
But it's turned off.
Was turned off.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
So?
Yes?
Hey, On! Get my bath ready.
I put some bubble baths in it. Make it smell nice.
Bubble bath?
Won't hurt you.
Well, I always wanted to take a bubble bath.
Let's see what I got here. Is that a pistol you got there? You're just glad to see me, big boy.
You're the pistol. Could take the bath later.
What makes you think you're going to get any sleep tonight?
What makes you think you're going to get any sleep tonight?
I think there's an echo in here.
Come on. If I hadn't woken up, God knows what would have happened.
You're sure now you didn't leave it on when you went upstairs to bed?
We only just bought the house, Mr. Walsh. I've only used the top front burner to make tea. I'm not in the habit of leaving stoves turned on.
Some valves are hard to turn. Maybe you thought you turned it off and you didn't. I don't see anything wrong with this. It's a good make. I've never had troubles with this before. What can I tell you?
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. Appreciate you coming in on short notice. Here's my card, and you can send the bill into that address.
Starks, huh? I've got a cousin in that business. Here's mine. In case you need anything, give me a call. Mrs. Hanson?
Oh, I'll see you out.
Call me later at the office?
Okay. Damn. Hello? Dad! Oh, it's working good.
I figured it'd be in by now. How do you like playing house?
Oh, I love the house. Oh, it has everything. You know all those wedding presents that we got? I don't think that I'm going to need any of them.
I'm sending over your mother's linen and silver. Don't need them around the apartment, just more work for Martha. Oh, I got 2 tickets for Jerry Herman's new musical, August 7th.
The 7th. What day is that?
That's Saturday night.
I better write that down. Hold on. Damn. Hold on, I'm going to the kitchen for paper, Dad.
What did you hang up for?
I don't know. It's been very strange here the last 2 days, Dad. You ever have a funny feeling that you're being watched?
I did when you were living with me.
Funny, real funny.
Oh, gotta run, hon. I'll call you later. Well, why didn't you use your key?
I can't unlock the door with all these packages in
Now,
my
come
house.
in.
Don't look at me like that.
Well, you could have put them on the floor.
Who was that on the phone?
It's none of your business.
Oh.
What'd you buy?
What do you care?
Well, did you get enough for lunch?
Of course I did. Was that Carolyn?
Yes.
Everything all right?
I certainly hope so.
Good.
It was only an accident. It didn't cut too badly, did it?
No. Jonathan?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Did you call Tony and tell him about the housewarming?
He and Margaret left the kids at her mother's house for the weekend.
Anne called me earlier this morning, and she said that because of da-da-da-da-da, she and Walter can't get here till Saturday morning.
You want me to leave the radio on for a while?
No, we might fall asleep with it on. You better turn it off. Don't put your wet towel on the end of the bed. It'll warp the wood. Hang it up, please.
Whatever happened with the housekeeper?
Oh, I'm meeting Rose Novak tomorrow. I sure hope she works out.
So do I. This house is too much for you to keep up by yourself. Hey! God, did I have a rough day. I'm tired.
Oh, poor baby.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Good night.
Good night.
Ella.
You shouldn't have smashed it.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I shouldn't have done that.
My God, Carol, it was only an old phonograph record.
It was more than that.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Good morning.
When is their housewarming?
Saturday night. There'll be the 6 of us. Tony and Margaret, Walter and I.
Have you and Walter seen the house yet?
Carol didn't want anyone to see the house until she and Jonathan had their party. Mother, I don't want to go.
Just because you and Walter had a little tiff, that's no reason to spoil Carol's housewarming. You'll go. You'll go with a smile on your face. Hungry?
No.
Now, you picked at your dinner last night. You have to have something. You're eating for 2, you know. Oh, God, I sound just like a mother.
A better mother I couldn't have. Who else would let me knock on their door at 2 a.m.?
The next time you two pick a fight, pick it at a more humane time, and don't make this a habit. Oh, God, I'm too young to be a mother, and now I'm going to be a grandmother. Whatever will I tell my boyfriend?
You mean Carlos?
Who?
Carlos, that Latin waiter you picked up in the oak room.
I didn't pick him up, he picked me up, and he wasn't a waiter, he was a maitre d'. I don't go to the oak room anymore.
They throw you out for soliciting?
You know you have a very vicious sense of humor.
It's inherited. Where do you hang out now?
None of your business. Hadn't you better call Walter?
What for?
He is the father, isn't he? Shouldn't he be the first to know? Sit.
You're the first to know. I just can't tell him, Mother. I'm afraid he'll think I'm trying to trap him.
What do you mean, trap? My God, girl, you've been married for 3 years.
And it's beginning to wear. Did you and Dad have a rough time of it?
All marriages do. And 3 years is one of the rough spots. After that, it gets worse and worse.
Thanks a lot.
No, dear, it isn't bad. You just have to give your man a lot of rope to wander with in the early years of wedded bliss. Then, every year, you pull it in a little bit without his noticing it. And soon, you won't need it anymore.
I'll give him rope. Enough to hang himself with. Oh, Mother.
Stop that right now. The last thing I want is to play mother to a crying brat. I don't even do that for my patients. Oh, God, I feel uncomfortable. I ought to send you home right now.
I can't even get any love from my own mother.
You got plenty of that nasty stuff when you were in pigtails. Your husband's the one to give you love. Now shut up and drink your breakfast.
I bet you don't treat your patients that way.
I get $85 an hour from them. For that, they get my undivided love and attention.
You want 85? I'll give you 100. I want some undivided love and understanding.
Darling, you and Walter have to smooth out your own lives. He doesn't need a meddling mother-in-law telling him what to do, and neither do you.
But you're sticking up for him more than you are for me. It's not fair. I'm your own flesh and blood.
You know, I sometimes question that.
You should take my side. You're my own mother.
Now, you listen to me, young lady. You're not the easiest person to get along with. Ever since you were a baby, you've been strong-willed and obstinate, and I had my hands full raising you. Your father, God rest his soul, spoiled you rotten for being an only child, and it's taken me years to shake some sense into you. Now, you get right over to that phone and call him at the office and apologize. You've got a good man there, and Where are you going?
Somewhere else. Anywhere else. And you can go to hell.
Is that any way to talk to your mother?
I don't want you with my mother.
Young lady, you have 1 hour and 50 minutes to get yourself together. I called your husband, and he's due here at 12 noon for lunch with his beloved mother-in-law and his beloved wayward wife.
You didn't.
I did. And if you are the fine lady I brought you out to be, you'll get back into that bathroom and put on a new paint job and behave like a dutiful wife to your husband.
You know, I can think of about half a dozen four-letter words
I've heard them all and been called by some of the best.
Oh!
Why me?
Now watch these steps, Mrs. Novak. They're very steep.
Darling Rose, everyone does.
You don't know how glad I am you can start right away. There's so much to be done. Oh, remember the basement being so full of cobwebs?
Where do you want me to start?
Oh, well, let's start with the boxes right over there. They're dishes and stemware, mostly.
Oh, what are these over here?
Oh, linens, blankets, etc.
Do you want me to take them upstairs after I unpack them?
Oh, no, my husband and I will carry them up. We don't want you to do any carrying.
I see that we'll get along just fine, Mrs. Henderson.
Yeah, if I can call you Rose, you can call me Carol.
Oh, I prefer to call you Mrs. Henderson. I find that, at least for me, a formal relationship works better.
Well, would you like me to take that up to the kitchen for you?
Oh, no, it'll be just fine, thank you. I'll see you later.
Okay, I'll see you later then.
Yeah, she started already. She lives out here near us. Oh, don't forget that I'm coming in with Jonathan to spend the day with you on Tuesday. Rose? 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 Rose. 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 Rose.
Well, there's nothing much we can do but hope and pray she comes out of this.
You'll call us if there's any change, Dr. Marcus.
Of course. Well, never seen anything like this before. The poor woman has no relatives, as far as I can find out. I've checked and called, made many calls, and still nothing.
I checked the place where she
Just check her address.
You did all you could. You brought in a doctor. What more can you do? I don't want to hear any more about it, hon. It's not your fault.
Somehow I feel it is, Dad. Something happened to her in that cellar.
What could have happened? You said you found nothing.
It has something to do with the house. I just feel it.
I don't know what to tell you.
Sell the house.
What, Martha?
Sell the house. From what you told your father, I'd say it had a devil in it. Sell the house.
Martha, they just bought the house.
So what? Sell it.
There's no need for that, Martha. Well, it's only a series of freak circumstances. That's all it is.
I'd like to believe that, Dad. I want to find out more about the history of the house. Why it was closed up for so long, when it was built, who Mark and Susan Webb were.
You told me it was everything you ever wanted in the house. Remember how long it took you and Jonathan to find it?
Sell the house.
And you, Martha, are beginning to sound like a parrot.
The house has a devil in it. Sell it. More wine?
I'm glad you and Ann have this place to get away to. Upstate New York?
It's such a good buy, we can't go wrong with it. It'll be good to get away.
Walter, what is this with you and Ann?
Didn't she tell you?
Only what she wants me to hear. I want to hear your side of it.
I don't know what it is. She's never satisfied. Maybe we're getting bored with each other, right?
You two need a change of routine. I'm glad you got this new place. When's the closing?
We don't know yet, but it should be soon. You know, you should come up and help us renovate. We could use some pointers.
How's work going? You don't have any money problems.
No, nothing like that. When we were going together, we were never bored. Now we seem to run out of conversation.
With Ann, that's hard to believe.
I don't know. When I come home, she wants to go out, and that's the last thing I want to do.
Be patient. Give it some time. It'll work out.
I love Ann.
Have you told her that?
Not lately.
Well, it's magic. 3 little words and it can move mountains.
I got ice cream.
And me on my diet? No, thank you.
Okay, what were you two talking about?
You, of course. What else? Everything revolves around you.
No, if only that were true.
Do you want your ice cream now?
No. Give me a few minutes to catch my breath.
Are you going to tell him or shall I?
Don't you dare. I'm saving that.
Saving what?
Nothing. Did you get the car fixed?
It was just a starter. Everything's fine now.
I'm dying to see their new house. They got all the furnishings with it. Talk about luck.
A lot of antiques.
Oh, speaking of antiques, I got a call from your Aunt Bertha. She says you owe her a letter.
Why does she do that? Involve you.
Well, that's all she has left is involvement in other people's lives. Write to her. Now, I hope you two are not going to give me any more trouble. The last thing I need is to be a marriage counselor.
You know, you contradict all the mother-in-law jokes.
All this cheap sentiment, I'm going to be sick.
That sentiment is not cheap. It cost me a lot of heartache. Now, I want you two to be very happy. A marriage is more give than take. Any relationship is. So be patient. Think before you speak, and I don't want to see you two here again. And you, young lady, are going to help me with the dishes.
You didn't have trouble finding the place.
Nope.
Here.
What's this? Housewarming presents. You better like them.
Did you bring the beer?
No.
You didn't bring the beer.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. How often you two go around buying houses?
Well, this is it. What do you think? Beautiful. Beautiful.
What happened?
I don't know. I thought I saw something in the mirror. Oh.
What happened?
Ann says you saw something in the mirror.
Who screamed? Was that you, Ann?
You scared the hell out of us.
What's wrong with the plumber?
What do you mean?
Well, I was in the shower and the water turned scalding hot.
Just now, Walter?
Uh-huh.
It's the first time we've used the bathroom since we moved in. It could be the faucet stuck.
Ann, you all right? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I don't know. I was sitting at the mirror brushing my hair, and I must have imagined it.
Must have imagined what?
It was a woman. A beautiful young woman in a wedding dress.
Well, come on, everybody. Let's get dressed and go downstairs. Come on.
Yeah, hurry up.
I don't think it'll take too long. When do you have the closing?
Closing's at the end of August.
Good, I can start the 1st of September. Honey, Ann and Walter are having their closing the 1st of August, which means I can start renovating the house in September.
Fabulous. I told Ann Friday, she didn't tell me. Congratulations.
Yeah, Laura called and told us last night.
I'm glad you and Walter got a place upstate. It'll be great for you to get away.
We need it, Carol. I haven't told Walter yet, but we're gonna have a baby.
Oh, my God! That's wonderful. What are you gonna tell him?
Tonight, I was saving it for your housewarming. Where did you first see it?
In the New York Times.
And I couldn't believe the price. We got it for a song.
No, Jonathan and I wish we'd seen it first.
Toast time!
Tony, want to help? Sure. All right. This is for Ann. And this is for me. And this is for my baby. And this is for Walter. And this is for Margaret. And this is for Tony. Okay.
I bought this a whole year ago before Carol and I found this place. Little did I know that we'd find such a house.
Renovating.
You think so?
Sure. Be a good idea. You tear out some of the upstairs. Put in a second kitchen. Save a lot of steps.
It's no talking shop. Okay, everybody.
Friendship. Friendship. And good health.
And lots of money.
Yeah, right. Lots of money. And two.
The new baby.
Hey!
The Chase family is proud to announce within the next 6 months the birth of a boy or a girl by the name
You devil, you. Why didn't you tell me?
I was saving it for tonight.
And to everyone. And to the new house of Jonathan and Carol Henderson.
The Henderson house. Just thought of that.
That's good, Jonathan. Do you ever think of going into advertising?
To Henderson House.
With a few changes.
The Henderson house.
Susan. Oh, no. Wait a minute. I'll go get the broom.
Tony, you want to get one glasses?
Yeah, sure. We could put in another small bathroom upstairs, since we'll be rearranging the plumbing for the kitchen.
But Carol said on no changes. She likes the house the way it is.
Between the both of us, we can change it.
I'll take that. Put it in the garbage by the sink.
The other way now, this is gonna hurt. Okay, all right. Come on, one more. Hold her hand. Okay, knee face.
Got the doctor? I knew something was going to happen. There's something about this house, Jonathan. Martha was right.
Martha?
Dad's housekeeper.
What does she have to do with us?
A lot of strange things have happened since we moved in, Jonathan. At first, I thought it was my imagination. Coincidence. I talked to Dad about it. Martha said she thinks there's a devil in the house. No, now I'm beginning to believe she's right.
Hey, come on now. This is not like you. Now stop it.
I'm sorry. Listen, I feel awful. Is Margaret going to be all right?
She's fine. The ambulance took her to emergency, and then Tony's taking her home. No.
Walter and Ann should go, Jonathan. The house doesn't want them here. The house doesn't want us here. Make them go, Jonathan, please. Please.
Do you hear what you're saying? It's nonsense. Now stop it. Walter and Ann are leaving the first thing in the morning.
And today, all of us here assembled on hallowed ground have shared moments of joy and sorrow. Walter Chase was a man loved by many. A man whose life was cut short by an unfortunate accident. A man with whom we shall all be reunited at some God-chosen future time and place. Let us all now, each in his and her own way, say a silent prayer.
I don't know, Jerry. I said I don't know. Hold on a minute, Jerry. Yeah, Judy, what is it?
Your wife is on 3. Should I tell her to call back?
Tell her to hold on.
About the Golden appointment. Should I change that to next week?
Good idea, Judy. Jerry, look, let's get together next Tuesday and we'll hash it out.
Mrs. Henderson, I'll be with you in a moment. Oh, thank you for that lovely engagement present. No. I'm not going to quit on him. At least not for a couple of years. Oh, here he is.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you remember when I told you last night that I wanted to find out more about the history of the house? Well, I'm down here at City Hall.
What did you find out? Did you find out anything more about the probate?
I'm meeting a Willis Carp here at 11:30 at City Hall. Yes, I know Jonathan. No, he used to know Mark and Susan Webb. That's right. Jonathan, I don't know.
Excuse me, are you Mrs. Henderson?
Yes, I am.
I'm Willis Carp. We have an 11:30 appointment.
He's here, hon. I've got to go. I'll call you later. Bye-bye. It's not 11:30 yet.
I know, but I'm running a little ahead of schedule this morning. It was very rude of me to interrupt you that way while you're on the phone, but we live in rude times, Mrs. Henderson. The whole world is rude. Years ago we had manners with beauty around us. Now it's anything ugly as a way of life. People have forgotten how to live with manners, so you do the same thing. You wake up one fine morning and you find you're rude just like the rest of them.
Stockroom? Yeah, Barbara, what is it? Oh, well, put him on. Jonathan? When? Today. What time? Does it have to be done today? All right. I'll catch the 1:30. Someone will be there? And just give it to her. What time are you due back here? You're not. Okay, I'll see you Monday then. Bye. Oh, Jonathan. You have a 10 o'clock appointment on Monday. Don't forget. The Hooper account. Very funny. Bye.
The house was bought in late spring of that year. The closing was in April, and they took possession immediately. I knew them very well. He used to come in with her all the time, and they'd insist on taking me to lunch. They were such a beautiful couple. They loved each other very dearly. Their whole lives with each other. He spent years restoring that house. And the research we did, my, the three of us. You know, they spent almost all their spare time searching out the original furnishings before the house fell into disrepair. Then they lost their baby. We were heartbroken. They wouldn't talk about it. They just worked harder and harder restoring the house. I used to be a house guest on weekends, and you could feel that house come alive with their love and their adoration. And then it happened.
What?
Susan found a lump in her right breast. They went to a doctor, and he ordered an operation. But it was too late. The cancer had spread too far. They did everything. Doctors, everything. No use. On August the 10th, it'll be 3 years ago this month, Mark and Susan Webb died of gunshot. On the anniversary of the day they took possession of their house. Please, excuse me a second.
have been times in history when a soul or a ghost has taken possession of something. Or so it seemed.
Do you think such a thing is possible?
I don't know. Suppose I come over to your place. We could talk. When would you like me?
The sooner the better.
Tomorrow, then. I have an early christening. I could be at your place by noon.
Good.
And you say that objects move. What do you mean?
Well, I'll put something down and I'll turn away, and then when I turn back again, it's not there anymore.
You could have imagined this.
She didn't imagine it. The phonograph was playing the wedding march. You leave a room, you come back in, and things have moved from where you left them.
Let's go inside. Well, after looking it over, I'd say the house seems normal. This figure, the one your friend saw, who do you think it was?
I know who it was. I showed a portrait, the one that Jonathan said pulled out of his hands the first night in the house, to Anne. She identified it as Susan Webb.
The young couple that committed suicide.
Yes. Mark and Susan Webb.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. As I see it, the soul of Susan is controlling, let's say, the soul of the house. They've become one. I don't see any way of resolving the problem except sell the house.
That's the same sound we heard the night you smashed the wedding march.
Look, we love this house. My brother's a real estate developer. He could give you a very nice price in your house. Here's his card.
You better leave.
The door's locked. Come on, let's go through the back. All right, nice and quiet. Let's go. We're gonna go to the front door. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, everybody. We're gonna go to the front door. Easy. Carl, you go first. Okay, hurry up.
I'm sorry, darling.
It's not your fault.
I can't see any other choice.
I love this house so much.
So do I. I'll get the car ready.
I'm sorry.
Don't go.
We can't stay. Not now.
Don't
Jonathan? 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 Jonathan?
Oh, the water's hot.
So am I.
I thought you wanted tea.
Right now? Come here.
Right now. Right now.
Come here. You know you were CT?
Come on. There's tea bags on the cupboard there, huh?
Sugar?
Yes, please, two.
Father still on his diet?
No, I can't get him to stay on it.
You gonna break his arm?
You may have to.
What's that?
Sounds like an old photograph.
You did, real cute.
How's it started by itself? Guess what's on the other side?
What?
I love you truly.
Give it here. Let me go put it over there.
You hungry?
Nah, he's enough. You want to go to dinner? We can celebrate.
We'll have to go. There's nothing in the house to eat.
Take you to a nice seafood restaurant I used to go.
love you.
Hold these for me, will you, please? I think this is the one. Okay. Yes, this is it. Here we are.
What did you do with my cake?
It was right there where you left it. What's it doing in the sink?
You must have put them there.
My mind must be going. I'm sorry. You want another one?
Nah. Let's get the house straight and we'll go to dinner, okay?
Oh, my God.
On the phone.
But it's turned off.
Was turned off.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
So?
Yes?
Hey, Ann! Get my bath ready.
I put some bubble bath in it to make it smell nice.
Bubble bath?
Won't hurt you.
Well, I always wanted to take a bubble bath.
Let's see what I got here. Is that a pistol you got there? You're just glad to see me, big boy.
You're the pistol. Could take the bath later.
What makes you think you're going to get any sleep tonight?
What makes you think you're going to get any sleep tonight?
I think there's an echo in here.
Come on.
Finally, ours at last.
I forgot something.
What?
There we go. Get the door. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, Mrs. Carol Henderson.
Mrs. Carol Henderson. I like the sound of that.
Happy?
I love the house.
So do I. I'm glad we bought it too.
I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Henderson, but I do have to get back to the office. One final paper. I'll need your signatures on this. Last of the probate. You two will be very happy here. It's a lovely house.
You get all the furnishings with it, too.
Yes, and at this price, it's a real bargain.
I want to thank you very much for your patience.
I thought we'd never get it settled.
Oh, I'm going to be late. Is the phone working?
It should be on tomorrow.
I'll phone from that store on the corner. You have my card. And if you ever need anything in the future, call me. And thank you again.
Something tells me we're not going to get much done.
Something tells me you're right.
Hungry?
A little?
You want to go for dinner?
Yes, at that little Italian restaurant at the bridge.
You're on, but I don't think we have enough for both of us.
I have some.
I thought you were broke.
Dad gave me a present at lunch.
Oh, good for good old Dad.
Let's get some of this stuff unwrapped first. Jonathan, look. What a beautiful couple. I wonder why their nest is here.
They are an attractive couple. Son of a bitch.
Your finger?
I didn't drop it.
Here. I suppose it just fell out of your hand?
I didn't drop it, Carol.
Put it in that drawer over there.
Let's finish the dust coats.
I could use a cup of tea. Do you want one?
Sure.